Reacting on the development, US President Donald Trump on Monday said the low-cost Chinese AI model DeepSeek was a wake-up call for US firms. Trump, however, said that shock could also be positive for Silicon Valley by forcing it to innovate more cheaply.
The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. So I would say that's a positive. That could be very much a positive development. So instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less and you'll come up with hopefully the same solution.
And indeed, as Anil Thomas joins us live. Anil, a very good morning to you. Is this a wake-up call for the US and the tech companies, Anil?
Well, good morning, Siddharth. Well, very much, this particular DeepSeek's latest model, R1, if I may use that term in the literal form, it's basically AI Sputnik movement, if one may say so. For the simple reason, one, it's cost effective. It just cost $5.6 million to make for a Chinese company. That's just 3% of what the American companies, the top American companies who are into this AI business, let's say ChatGPT by OpenAI, Microsoft has got Copilot, and Google has got Gemini. If you put all these three players together in that race, this is a Sputnik movement for the simple reason it's cost effective. You look at it vis-a-vis the American companies that are into AI, just 3% of the cost that the American company has incurred in making it is what the Chinese have got this product together. And it's the first model. Their first model was launched in November 2023. So this is an upgraded version that they have to launch. The only advantage, it's the first download free app that's available. So, there are many pluses that it is there. And that's the reason. It's the #1 app that's been downloaded across the world, across all platforms. It's even, it's even decoded ChatGPT. So that clearly shows the power that it holds. And I think, Trump's administration's first call of investing close to $500 billion there, that he had spoken about, especially with regard 600 billions that he had spoken about, especially that's AI semiconductor market. This particular move, before you touch China has come with that game changer there for you. And I think this is the lunar year, the lunar new year that China celebrates from Jan 28 to Feb 4th. And I think on the eve of it, this particular movement that they have done, especially with this AI app that's been launched and that disrupted the US tech market, clearly will send shockwaves for the simple reason, it's efficiently managed. And when you have something that efficiently and that cost effective, you surely are on the back foot. And I think the Trump administration will have to do some super things now to keep China under check.
Indeed. Anil, now, who are the big investors who have lost and what led to the huge sell stock of tech stocks?
Well, that's something that's surprising. I was just going through the numbers, just only for the understanding of our audience. Let's just put that into Indian numbers. You made a mention about how technology stocks have taken a beating there, both in SIP as well as there at the Nasdaq. But purely look at NVIDIA, the company that's lost twice over 200 billion in this new year. This is the second time. That the first time happened on Jan 8. They lost to close to around 228 billion US dollars there on Jan 7. This is the second attempt. And this particular time, they have lost to close to 600 billion US dollars. 600 billion US dollars on a single trading day is not shock. It would give any company jitters. Purely look at the loss that NVIDIA has made compared to Indian top companies in India. 600 billion. Reliance valuation is 193 billion. That's almost 3 times of what Reliance, market valuation is. Compare that to Adani, that's 145 billion. 145 billion versus 600 billion. That's 4 times the market valuations of what Indian top companies like Reliance and Adani are. So that clearly puts things into perspective. The loss that NVIDIA has incurred, along with all other, there is no tech giant that's not lost today. I was just going through the numbers. Let me just pick that numbers out for you. The numbers here, Oracle chairman Larry Ellison losing close to 24.9 billion. NVIDIA, as I mentioned, the owner himself losing close to 19.8 billion. Dell's Michael Dell has lost close to 12.4 billion. And Tesla CEO 5.3. Remember, these are all somewhere deep down front runners to pick 50% stake if they realize the 50% stake in that company called ByteDance. ByteDance, the company that ByteDance owns, that's TikTok. So this particular, move, especially with this particular A DeepSeek R1 model clearly has larger implications for the US markets, but it surely sends shivers and jitters down markets how AI could be disruptive and disruptive in a big way.
All right, very quickly, Anil, what could this be connected to as the US tries to checkmate China?
Well, the US has been, at least Trump has been very vocal about how he plans to keep China under check. But this particular move that China has done with this AI technology that they have brought, they have actually the level playing field, especially with US tech giants. There seems to be, if there is an horizon that you see, the horizon is diminishing here. And I think even China, for that matter, China actually rather stolen the show or stolen a march in this AI technology race that that's always there. And it's also a lesson for countries like India. Why would countries like India always manage to get an upper hand in anywhere that AI is spoken about? Firstly, it's investment. There is huge. It's heavily dependent on talent, which is excess in India. Secondly, infrastructure, which India can provide for AI to develop. Also, efficient methodology that China is used. That could be a model for the world to follow, purely in terms of with financial constraints that a country has. Irrespective of that, you are able to develop something. But something that is 3% the cost of a US tech company providing an AI is clearly indicative that it's a lesson for all other lesser known countries to follow. But I think this will have larger implications purely in terms of how TikTok's 50% stake was asked by Trump very much in his presidential address. And there seems to be a fallout with all the tech giants that are there. At least two of them that I can one was Oracle's chief was there, Larry Ellis, was all likely to be one of the bidders along with Elon Musk. Both have lost heavy on the markets today. And I think it's clearly China showing America, it's an eye for an eye. You don't mend with us, we will let you survive. So, let's not create this tariff war. And I think we are just seeing the beginning of how this AI could be disruptive. It's a useful technology, but this particular move there by China and the company that's involved in especially developing this, surely is a model that world needs to look at, and world needs to look at with pretty, you got to be very careful looking at it, because this could be a game changer there. For technology giants and also for countries, that are heavily dependent on this technology.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Anil.